Good morning. Well, we had another mixed close in the US overnight. The Dow up by 45 points, but the Nasdaq down by 20 and the broader S&P 500 down around 3 points. And really the run on the Dow did occur in the last 20 minutes of trade. It was under pressure for some of the day. What we did see was money going back into the banks and the telcos. Now, Friday we had the banks coming under pressure, even though they came through with good results. Still concerns about future growth. But today a real flip coming into that sector with the banks really the lead performer. And we did have Bank of America coming through with great results. They saw their second quarter profits jumping by 33%, really helped by cost cutting and also the tax changes that came into effect in the US from the start of this calendar year. If we have a look at other movements in the market, well, of course, after the Chinese GDP number that was released yesterday, in line with market expectations, but still confirming the concerns about global growth, coming in at 3.7% for the June quarter. We did see the base metal market selling off in the London session. We had BHP and Rio losing ground in London trade along with other metal companies, continuing those slides into the US markets, where the mining sector and also the energy sector were two of the worst hit areas of the market. If we have a look at that oil price, it was down around $4 an ounce. Now, over the last 24 hours, there's been more concern about the current sanctions that are being placed on oil exports out of Iran. And now we know that the US is maybe looking at some leniency there. So that added to excitement that we might see more oil coming into the international markets, pushing that price down by 4%, now holding at 68.16 US a barrel. So the likes of Exxon and Chevron and all of the oil operators losing a bit of ground today. We also saw the technology sector, which is usually the standout, giving back a bit of ground. We did have one standout though in that sector, and that was Amazon, which was up by 2% at one stage. They started their Amazon Prime Day today. It's usually one of the biggest trading days for them. And what we actually saw was their website crashing after 15 minutes of going live. We do know that this is going to be hard for them this time because unfortunately the information was leaked about when Amazon Prime would go live. So we're seeing a lot of the other operators in that sphere like Walmart and also Target coming through with big discounting on their websites to go up against Amazon, and they're winning a fair bit of market share at the moment in the sales going through on the tills because of the failure of the Amazon web page. And what we saw was Amazon, which was up around 2% before it went live, finishing the day only up by 0.6%. Now, after the close of trade, we also had numbers coming out from Netflix, and unfortunately their subscription numbers were below market expectations. And so far in after hours trade, we've seen their share price down by 14%. Let's have a look at the Aussie market, because today, after that fall of around 27 points yesterday, we are still expected to start weaker, but only down by 2 points. We saw a lot of reduction coming through in our mining sector yesterday, so maybe a lot of the business has been done. And also we'll be focusing on that mining sector because yet again in the quarterly reporting season we have some numbers coming out from big operators today like Rio Tinto and also Oil Search. Lastly, looking at the Aussie dollar holding around 74.20 US cents.